Hi, welcome to episode 38 of my Krastorio playthrough. Today we're going to mine out this uranium patch and finally refine ourselves some uranium we need for the next tier of production technology cards. But before we can do that, I need a few more items, which I didn't want to produce beforehand of this episode, mainly due to the fact that I didn't find the time today to prepare everything as I wanted to. It's a little bit stressy these days, so I felt like, hey, let's just jump right in there and produce everything we need across this video, and you're going to see how to do uranium refining in this video. To refine uranium in Krastorio, we need a centrifuge. The centrifuge will just take the uranium ore and produce uranium-235, uranium-238, iron ore, and stone in the process. A lot of output products. It's going to be quite a fun thing to do, but before we can do anything like this, we're going to need to build our centrifuge. To build a centrifuge, you need concrete, and I don't own any concrete, so I already checked it out. I'm going to bring up a little assembly machine for the concrete production here. Nothing too special. It needs water, iron ore, and stone bricks, which is a quite nasty combination, especially due to the raw iron ore required. But I felt like my idea was to just manually feed a little beast there and not mass produce the concrete at this point. So basically, I'm going to pick up some iron ore and build up some little assembler over here, I think, because I have some water here. Yeah, let's do this. We have a water source, we have bricks around the corner. It's the perfect spot to do it. There we go. So we're going to do some concrete here. Let's connect those. The iron ore I'll bring manually, right, okay. So yeah, great. So I built myself a car only to end up not using my car. I like that. Okay. But the exoskeleton sure does help some. Let's keep researching. Worker robot cargo size. Don't need that too much, but not that important. Going to need 100 units of concrete. We're making 10 units out of 1 iron ore, so I'm not going to need much iron ore here. Oh, well. Could even manually mine out some over here. Yeah, why not? I mean, I really just need 10 units of iron ore to build that centrifuge. So let's do that. So the biters have found the spots where they want to keep attacking for now. I'm a little bit concerned about the seemingly about the safety this feeling of safety this produces. That's what I wanted to say. Because these beasts, they keep evolving, and I'm not convinced that my defenses will hold forever. So that's why I want to bring up the atomic power as soon as possible as well, because I feel like with some nuclear power in the back, maybe I should do oil power too. I have so much oil. I mean, I have acquired several fields, so yeah, I should do oil instead of nuclear power, honestly. With that amount of oil I'll have available, it should be no problem at all to power even laser turrets. So that's that. Let's check out basic inserters. That's cool. Okay. Okay, so apart from that, the centrifuge will need a lot of advanced circuits. Well, I do have those. Okay, we're actually not short in anything here. But I'm going to drop down the miners beforehand. That's what I'm going to do. All right. I'm really what really left me here wondering was why I wanted to mass produce the blue circuits here so desperately. But well, I'm happy that I've done it. It's something that won't haunt me in the future anymore, and that's also good. So I'll have to drop down the miners here from a safe distance so I don't get radiation damage in. If you already have robots for that job, that's a really good moment too. But I was too lazy to prepare that. Now you may laugh at me, that's okay. Us Germans, we even have a word for describing when you're happy about the bad efforts of somebody, or if somebody gets hurt. I like that about the German language. It tells a lot about our mentality. Okay, so I'm going to deliberately take some damage here just to get the job done. The flickering sure makes it look quite dramatic though. But I do like the fact that Krastorio imposes the threat of radiation damage. Okay. So we should be able to connect these guys with pipes now. So there we go. That's these guys connected. Luckily, I have to think so much, so I'll have time to recover my health again. So we're going to connect these guys here. So now these are connected, these are connected. The only guys are not being connected are those down here. Good. Okay. Of course, we're going to need a source of sulfuric acid as well, but everything at a time. So there we go. That's that. So how much output will this produce in the end? Oh, I can't tell from here on. Damn. I'm pretty sure it's not going to be more than 15 per second. So I wonder if the raw uranium which will be mined out will be hurting me as well. That's something I don't know yet. Woo! That's hurting. Okay. So the only thing missing is a connection with sulfuric acid now. I can actually ditch this here. I don't need that anymore. So might as well use this little thing here as my connector for the sulfuric acid for the mining ops here. Okay, so we're going to reroute that stuff into this direction here, into this direction here. I'm just going to need to pick the proper height. So there we go. And that's that. So now everybody should have sulfuric acid. The only thing lacking now is power. So I'm going to let myself get fried a little bit more here. Alright, so now we're having raw uranium here. I wonder if this stuff still... Yes, it does hurt you. No. Okay. So lesson learned. The raw stuff also does a lot of pain. Okay. Good to know. This means I'm going to put the centrifuge somewhere into the vicinity of this thing here. So I think this this showed everything you should or shouldn't do with uranium in general. I'm pretty sure that there's some sort of equipment item which protects you from the damage. So getting closer to that stuff is not hurting at all. So the problem only shows up when you're carrying it. I'm just experimenting some, in case you're as curious as I am. So I want to pick up that stuff and put it into the box, and we're that inaccurate up close with so what the heck? Usually when I shoot containers it looks a little bit different, but whatever. We're now having the centrifuge available. Since I noticed that this stuff, when it's lying around, doesn't hurt anybody, I'm going to drop down one of my favorite items here, a warehouse for this stuff here. We're going to use loaders again. So there's going to be an input for everybody and output towards the centrifuge. Alright. Alrighty. So this way I can safely deplete my uranium patch without worrying too much. Alright, so I'm going to do it like this. And now we're having 4 different products of output, which is certainly a little bit annoying, but well, going to manage that. With even more containers, actually, because I felt like this would be the easiest way to handle this. For now, I'm just going to use filter inserters. I wanted to try how good it works if I just use filter inserters here. And we're going to give this guy the iron ore, this guy the stone, this guy the uranium, and this way I'm having everything nicely sorted without having too much trouble with setting up some insane array or such. Let's check out if it works as intended. So the centrifuge doesn't even cost as much power, so that's quite good. There we go. So yeah, we're now producing uranium, and as you can see, the process is quite slow. I think I'm going to produce a few more of those, because I feel like if I'm going to use only one centrifuge, we're going to take forever. Let's compute that by factory. So one centrifuge will produce only these amounts, so that's really not much. So for now, it's okay, but if I'm going to, let's see, I have a production of 1 per second. Okay, let's try to produce 1 pink card per second. Let's check out how much uranium-238 I'll need. So I will need, I can only produce these in research servers. Okay, I do like that. I'm going to use 1 uranium-238 per second, so this form of storage won't work Does this stuff hurt me as well? Of course it does. So, turns out this form of storage is not making me happy at all. Okay. So I'll immediately stop that because it's not working out as intended. We're going to need a lot more centrifuges. I think I'm going to build just 9 more. Yes, 9 more. It's going to be a lot of concrete and everything, but who cares? So I have the materials available, and I want to have a production that's not too slow. I just wanted to do something like a first tutorial glimpse for everybody, and then just intensify the production here. Going to set up a second one of those, actually, now that I think about it. Simply because I feel like we're going to need way more than one assembler to get the job done in time. So there we go. So this way I'll just build all the centrifuges I'll need in the meantime. Toggle exoskeleton. I can't turn that off? Why should I want that? Well, okay. At least I can turn it off, right? So coal liquefaction. Oh man, there are so many nice technologies. Of course, there was the ore enrichment technology too. So many things I can do. So right now, I just want to have a look on the enrichment process here. Yeah, we're going to need more sulfuric acid for that. Filter dirty water. Okay. Future, things for the future for now. So, going to sort these things after the production process. So, I'm going to drop down one container for this spooky stuff. Alright, so we're just going to have here a little bit of a different connection there. So I don't think I can line up 10 in a row here, but let's try. I'm going to filter out the stuff just with inserters, splitters, because I feel like this is one of the easiest ways to do that. Why are they not? Oh, of course, because I forgot to put the iron ore back in after I robbed them. Oh well, my bad. Okay, whatever. This will just do fine. Up until then, I can start producing the preparations for this thing here. So, more black tech. Oh man. I really consider reconstructing the whole blank tech card array down there, because I'm ultimately very unhappy with with how it's split up there. So I want to use the resource monitor here because I want to know how long it'll take until the uranium will get depleted. Why does he tell me it's never getting depleted? There we go. 353 hours, so we're in for a long time here. Okay, so I'm having one belt available for the new technology cards. That's at least something. So let's check out. I'm producing blank tech cards here and here, and let's see how much surplus do we have here. I'm getting not enough blank tech cards produced for this whole array. Okay, so it's only more of a thing that I need to change that. Okay, but whatever might be the case, I'm going to prepare myself here by just setting up a exclusive assembler situation here. So it doesn't matter if we do a tier 1 or tier 2. Okay, fine with me. I'm going to set up the long production chain here. 30 assemblers! Oh, I didn't expect that. Okay, so we're still going to need 20 of those to get the productivity modules running. Okay, that was a little bit unprecedented, but okay, I can deal with that. The amount of electronic components, though. Wait a sec. That's electronic components, right? Okay, so not that terrible at all. Inserter capacity, righty, right? So we're going to need those research servers, though, as well. So where are they, though? Whatever might be the case, it's time for more centrifuges. Because I sure want to refine that uranium I'm getting. Okay, so it's going to be enough concrete for 3 more centrifuges here. So I'm going to pick up some more iron plates to be able to produce more here. Even more iron plates, as it seems, but also I'll need a lot of red circuits as well. So automating the production of these things would be quite useful, but considering how few I'll need of them right now, I don't think it's a smart thing to prepare, honestly. So I'm lacking steel plates at this point. Are there? Where could I steal some steel? I do like it when that happens. Okay, I'm going to pick up more red circuits here. I could also pick up the gear wheels in between, but I don't want to. Okay. Now, let's use the... There. Fast inserter. And I'm going to let these splitters live at the end of this column. So we're going to separate it here until I have all the splitters set up. We're going to need 4 of them. I'm going to have something like this, I think. There we go. Or does this work? I think this is enough space, isn't it? Yeah, it is enough. Okay, wonderful. So we can do it like that. So we're going to do stone as the priority here. Going to do iron as the priority here. We're going to do the other uranium byproducts as the thingy here, and there we go. Just going to repeat the thing I did before for now until I have a bigger picture in mind here, because right now it's completely okay for me if we're just doing it like that. I just want to stockpile those resources as necessary and process the uranium. That's my main intent here, honestly. So I'm going to let that flow like this. And we're going to use more splitters here. And immediately get rid of the uranium, or if possible, that is, some container. Some container in the vicinity sure does help. Okay. And we're using the loaders here as well. There we go. Inserter capacity increased. Wonderful. Lithium processing I'm crossing out for now. Rocket fuel, nuclear power. Yeah, that would be sure interesting. Bioprocessing. Do I need to research the... no, that research speed doesn't work either. Where are the research servers? I already researched that one. Okay, good. The servers will need electronic components and steel beams. Alright. Nothing I'll need to worry about now. Good. Laser turret shooting speed. I'm not there yet, so... Energy weapons damage, discharge defense. I sure want to try out these things, but yeah, let's go for more damage on the explosives. That's a good one. Alright. So... I'm going to produce the productivity modules down here in the vicinity of this whole big array. I'll just splitter off the green circuits here, and we're going to let them run down there, where I have all the materials necessary to build everything. So, how about the time? We're just good in time. Wonderful. Because I feel like once I have everything set up for the next technology units, I'm going to start optimizing my base. I feel like from that moment on, I'm having all the necessary preparations made to focus into optimizing workflows, like optimizing my smelters, for example. Why not use some steel smelters? Why not rearrange these columns? Stuff like that. But until then, I want to do the necessary preparations. Okay, so we're having the electronic components I need. I'm having, well, that's all we need, actually. Just electronic components and green circuits. Wonderful. So overall, this means I could just, do it like that, honestly. Why not? So we have, actually these, clusters of 5 down there, which I could use as a, orientation line. It's not really terrible if I demolish that one. And here we go, 20. Wonderful. Since this line is I'm going to replace this like that. So perfect, actually. Alright, there we go. So I'll just relay that a little bit. And now we're doing the productivity modules. And I just need to route the green circuits over there, which is going to be quite easily done. And then we're going to have a neat and quick little array here. Since the items per second are that low, it doesn't really matter if we're going for basic inserters or long-handed inserters. So all I know is that I'm going to need 2 belts for this array, one for the input, one for the output. I'm a little bit sad that I need 2 belts here because just I would prefer some other looks, okay? That's all. But apart from that, we're pretty close to achieving our pink tech car production. Ain't that nice? So, where are these attacks happening? Okay. Alrighty. I really didn't expect the amount of assemblers for the productivity modules. I really imagined that smaller, but well. So do we now have everything connected? It looks like. Okay. So all we're now lacking is some power. If I put them down here, I can provide everybody power. Wonderful. Oh, I do like that. Okay. So next up will be the research servers, because I didn't find them. Oh yeah, okay. So I have the materials available. We're going to need 4 of those guys to produce that. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. So what up next? I have that. I'll need another array of these thingers. Dear Lord, how many iron gear wheels will we need for this array? Oh my goodness. Wow. Okay. So, there's steel over here. Is that iron plate or is that glass? That's glass. Where's the good old iron plate? So, producing batteries here. I totally forgot that I'm producing batteries here. Oh my god. Things are growing out of control. Well, that's okay. It's just how bases work after a few hours. So I'll just grab some iron plate over here, preferably after the mixer. So we're going to tap into the belts here a little bit. I'm going to get into the middle one because I'm already stretching out the top and the bottom one here and there. So I'm going to grab something from this guy here. So there we go. Because I just realized that it's going to be way harder to just try to build the gear wheels I need over there. I'll just instead relay the gear wheel production to a completely different zone, and that's that. Okay. So that's why I didn't prepare the uranium refining, because honestly I felt like this is one of the most boring things to do. Okay, so we're producing our own basic tech cars here as well, so I'm going to need a little bit of a copper source here too. So I'm tapping here into that one, so I'm going to tap here into this one. What about the time? The time is just fine, okay. So, now I have these resources. Productivity modules are being done down there. So, we're going to do all the pre-production we need. I'm going to need 6 of those buggers to be done there. So, going to produce them over here. 4, 5, and 6. So this is going to be the iron gear wheels we need for this little facility. And of course they'll, well, I hope I can output with a red inserter. Yeah, okay. Just was a little bit insecure with the speed there for a moment, but everything's just fine. Okay, we're inserting with blue inserters, and oh, I need to pick up new inserters, that's for sure. And outputting with red inserters into this direction. So we're now having all the stuff we need compiled, but I'm going to pick up some new inserters here. So we have the explosives, so let's go for more flammables. And a few more belts, a few more red-handed inserters. Okay. Oh, I also need electric poles. Alright. That's that. And my inventory is really damn full. For some weird reason, I'm carrying around a lot of processing units. Huh. Why is that so? I don't have a clue. Okay. So I'm going to just create some container with these guys over here. Maybe I'll never need this container in my life again, but if I'll need it, here are a few hundred blue circuits. Okay. I just wanted to get that out of my system, you know. So that's that. I'm going to connect this here. And this is going to be the iron gear wheels we need. Wonderful. So these will go into... We're going to put up one assembling machine which will produce belts for me. It's only going to be one, so... And this guy here needs the iron gear wheels, so... I'm going to lead this over here. Join that one with a splitter. Wait a moment for the autosave. There we go. So I'll need 2 of these guys. Alright. So I could as well... No, we're not able to do this like that. Well, whatever. Not a problem at all. So... going to output into this direction. And this way, I'm having all I need for the red belts here. So that's that. And we're going to output those red belts down here. That's that. And we're using for input. That's sufficient. Wonderful. And for the iron gear wheels, we would need 3.6. Hell no. 1.2 still. Okay. So, a lot of iron gear wheels. Okay, so that's that. I'm going to need copper cables even. I forgot about those. Okay. So, the copper cables are going to be done quite easily here. Only going to need 1 assembler for that, so possibly I'll just do something like that. Something very, very basic here. Oh well. Maybe not that basic. We're going to make something like this here happen. So I can just drop down the blank tech card production over here. So they can grab the iron plates they need from over here and the copper cable they need from over here. And I think that's going to be quite the easiest way to do it under these circumstances. So there we go. Another red-handed output into this direction here, and energize that. Alright. So we're producing the parts now. So that's all done. We're now only needing the research servers and the input of the respective materials. So I'm going to do 2 lanes with split content to achieve that. We're almost there. I think this episode is going to be a little bit longer this one for today, but that's okay. So I'm going to lead out the uranium I need over here. So silly me, forgot about the output for these guys. Okay. So we're going to output that stuff over here. And lead it into... Oh, come on. Alright. And lead it into which direction? I'm going to get down there. So, yeah, we're going to... I'm going to go down there as well. Yeah, we're going to jump over the uranium field, even though it'll hurt me. That's okay. Because I think a red underground belt will be covering up the space here. No, it doesn't? Aw, man. That's unlucky. Okay. So I'm going to, what? I was so sure that I would be able to do that. Oh, man. Yeah, I'll have no choice but to change my course there again. Everything here is so cramped up. Well, looks like going above is the better choice there. Okay. So we're going to pick up a few things that'll hurt us here. And put them back into the box. And cut this here. Eat some fish. Because fish is good for you. Oops. That was the wrong button. Where did I put the fish? I don't care. I don't know which button I pressed there, but it's okay. Just have to get rid of the stuff here. And it's that. Just going to have it run over here. There we go. And then it's going to be easier. Too much cable clutter already here. But that's ultimately the fate of all the factories. Okay. But I always feel like once you have found a way, it's not that horrible anymore. Alright. Let's put that here. And I just noticed that I'll just need to change the direction of this belt and everything will be just fine. I can merge them like this. Check it out. So it's going to be the first input belt here, and the other one will be way less difficult to compute. Well, let's research the nuclear power. Why not? So I'll need the red belts and the blank tech cards for on the other side, but that's going to be a way easier thing to accomplish. So where will we produce that stuff? Well, somewhere up here. So let's Oop, that was completely the wrong direction there. Okay, now we're at it. So I'm not going to do much more with this array apart from turning it online, because I feel like I'm already in the overtime department. So where were the research servers? There. Okay. So that's that, friends. We're now proudly producing pink technology cards. I'm very, very happy with this accomplishment, because it sure is a big one. So there we go, friends. All that's left is turning it on and smile, I hope. Maybe I forgot about something here. So there we go. What about the inserters, though? No, everything's fine. Okay, they're producing. So friends, thanks for watching again. Feel free to drop me a comment down below if you have anything you feel about telling me. I'm certainly enjoying this series. Feel free to support this series with a like, a share, or even a subscription on my channel, but I sure don't mind if you don't. Just would be happy if you come back for the next episode as well, when I don't know what we're going to do, but it's sure going to be fun, because I now have access to a lot of new technologies. See you guys next time. Bye bye.